Hello, welcome to Adulting with Novia. I'm Novia, and thank you so much for joining me on my channel today. I finally have some time to make a video, so I thought I'd show you guys how my quarter 1 went with my planner situation. Fair? Fair. It's been a very busy quarter 1 for me. A lot of things have happened. I think the last time we chatted, we had a visit. I think the last time we had a visit, it was about a month ago. For that, I'm sorry. New job problems. Anyway, so some things are switched up. Not a lot of big movement or big changes. The biggest one is I changed my cover to the Chic Sparrow in March Hare, and it's very pretty. I really wanted a light leather, and I think I'm learning my lessons about why you don't see people in the planner community buy or deal with light leathers a lot, and it's because it shows everything. Like, I'm pretty sure this is dirt from just the band, and then at first, the first couple days, I ended up with a wet spot on it on here, and it stains in the back. I am a rough on all my covers. I don't baby them. I don't baby my planners at all. I don't put them in a little planner sack or whatever, and it chills in my bag or whatever. I'm rough, and I'm the first one to say that I am rough on my covers. And as much as I love this color and the smell, because the smell of leather just, I don't know, there's something about it. But I don't regret it, because I got a good deal on it in the buy-sell trade group. I feel like this is a learning opportunity for me to learn how to take better care of leather itself. I need to figure out how to clean it and it not end up with those wet spots, those wet spot stains or whatever. But this is way floppier than my other Chic Sparrow. But I don't mind it. It's fine. I don't even think it's as wide either. I think my other Chic Sparrow could fit more. I think this one's a Cascade. I don't know what my other Chic Sparrow cover is, and I can't show you what it is either, because it's still packed. Everything's still packed. But yeah, moving on. I do love it, but this is user error. There's no fault with this cover whatsoever. I still love it. I'm still using it. I don't even care. It's great. So my pockets here, it just has sticky notes that I've made. And here I have these little sticky tabs that I bought from Amazon, and it came in a pack of I don't know, at least 100. It's a couple of hundred. And I originally used them for my side tabs here, but the quality of them are not my favorite. I'm so used to the Avery ones and them being super thick. These are nowhere as thick. They're very, very, very thin versus that Avery tab. You can hear that flick. This one is just, it's super thin. If you're one of those people that reads and tabs your whole entire book's life, these would be perfect for that. But for something to have as on the tabs of my planner, no bueno. But if you are a person who tabifies your books for notes or whatever, these will be perfect for that. But I keep them in there just in case I need to mark something in my book. This is just something I printed, more sticky notes, and in this one I put the extra tarot stickers for my tarot things. And then in here, in this guy, I have these restaurant guest checks that I actually use to write shopping lists on, because I come to find that I'll write it in my planner, but I don't bring my planner with me inside of the grocery store. So I forget what I'm supposed to buy. Sometimes I put it on my phone in the notes app. A lot of times I don't. So I bought those little restaurant notebook pads and just use that to write down my shopping list or whatever. I still have my traveler's notebook sticker release paper, and here is where I put all the stickers that I use each month. So these are stickers that I created, and these are extras from previous months, and then I have like this month's date stickers here. And then we have, you know, my A5 Stalogy, which is my main planner situation. And in the back here, I have my work planner, of which I'm not showing you, obviously, for, what is it, privacy reasons. It's work related. If you guys want to see how I set this up, I do have a video of it. I will link it up top. Oh my God, is that cat hair? Cat hair. Cat hair everywhere. This is the problem of now having a cat. There's cat hair everywhere. No matter how much you brush them, it's just all over the place. But anyway, so this is my A5 Stalogy. My daughter put a Pusheen sticker on here, and it's not really doing its best with sticking, but whatever. Here, a selection of Post-its, sticky notes, things like that. These tab ones were from Cloth and Paper forever ago. These are Post-it from their Noted. These are just blank Post-its. These are little teeny tiny sticky notes that I printed off and made myself because I'm crafty. I'm pretty sure you guys remember this is from my basic bare essential like minimalist setup video. I'll link that up top too if that's something you want to see. This is just, you open it, there it is. It's 2023. I'm not into fully drawing or making a big deal about opening. It's 2023. I don't have it in me. I love being creative. I love having an aesthetic and such. I just don't have the time to devote to that at the moment. I mean, maybe in the future I will, but I feel like that says enough. 2023, that's what year it is. That's what it's for. Still have my Wheel of the Year for my tarot readings for every month. And then my goals. Originally I showed you guys my goals and it was blank. I literally just started thinking about goal setting and what it means and what I want to do. And I don't want to overwhelm myself. I find that in the planner community, goal setting becomes this long, arduous, intricate process. And it's not for me. It's not for me, dog. Like at this point in time in my life, it is not where I'm at. I don't want to feel stressed about anything right now. Like I spent all last year, like hardcore gunning it towards like particular goals that right now I feel like this year I just need to chill. Like I'm still recovering. So I said like my season 1 goals, kitchen fix it, unpack the kitchen, set up my home binder. That's literally the only 3 things I'm thinking about right now, like trying to focus on for the next 3 months. So for April, May, and June, that's where my focus is. Here is just the little sticky notes that I had like brainstorming ideas for things. And then the rest of the pages are blank because I was supposed to do like my, you know, more. I was thinking I was going to do more intricate goal work than I did. I have not. Vision board I haven't touched on yet because reasons. And then we have my January here, which I, you know, did a quick flip through of during my bare essential setup. I'm not a drawer when it comes to bullet journaling. I don't draw, but I do like things to look, you know, a little aesthetic, but I don't go overboard. I'm not very good with calligraphy. I don't have it's just me and some functional stickers, and then some printouts that I like make little mood collages, you know, using Canva and printing those out and just slapping them on with some tape. Like that's it. Like I feel like that's enough for me. May not be enough for a lot of people. That's more than enough for me. I don't need all the extra washi or any of those extra things. This is enough. and a colored Tombow theme for the month. So with this layout, I've been using this since last November, and it's been working, so I haven't deterred from it, which is very funny because last year I was switching up my layouts quite often, but I think I'm finally settling on things that are working for me, so I don't change them. So if this looks repetitive and boring, I mean, that's kind of what happens when you finally find a planner system that works for you. It's, you know, it's the same thing over and over. If the tools work for you, you don't change them. If they're not working for you, then you figure out what doesn't work and, you know, tweak it to your liking. But anyway, so I have like this overview here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this overview of the month here. And then I have more detail down here, like things that are actually happening on those days. Because up here, I pretty much where I just mark bills. And then I made like a little teeny tiny to-do list. And then every week is like this. I have my same, what is this? Calendar sticky note that I make that's in theme. My weekly overview here where I put my high level things like appointments and such. Down here, at least for the month of January, I recorded like what my song was for the week. This week it was I'm Tired by Labyrinth and Zendaya. Like, that is such a beautiful freaking song. And like, I think the first time I heard it, it had me in tears. But that was on repeat, like literally all week. And then my dailies. My dailies are just long to-do lists. I don't need a whole day's worth. I don't, you know, I just mark down what's important, check it off when it's done. And I think during this time I was in the process of trying to close on my house. And this day I got the clear to close on my house and I was so excited. This week's song was Mirror by Kendrick Lamar. But yeah, like this is like a whole bunch of, and then also during this process, like I was doing things like regarding my promotion and like getting drug screened and all the other, you know, employment requirements and stuff. It was crazy. January was absolutely insane. And like, and my work schedule was all over the place. Like, it was ridiculous, like absolutely ridiculous. So this week I have dailies here, and then I had enough space to actually do like a next week list to help me, you know, do like a little mini cash session here to figure out like all the things I need to do next week, get it out on paper so I don't forget it. This week's song was Process by Her, which also I absolutely love. Like, that was on repeat at least through February. It's such a beautiful song. Then on the 23rd of January, it was my closing day. I closed on my house, and that was brutal because I literally worked that night, got off work, drove 3 hours away so I can do the closing paperwork, drive 3 hours back home. Like, I was like in a coma. Like legitimately in a coma that day, for Tuesday. But yeah, so dailies, simple, to the point, nothing strenuous. And then back here, I actually have like expense trackers in the back for January, because I tried to actually do my Budget Mom, my Budget Mom worksheets on my iPad on GoodNotes, and I come to find out that that really did not work for me. Like, a lot of people use the cash envelopes, and at some point in my life I did do those too, because, you know, I needed that. But now I just do everything digitally and I don't need to do all that. So instead I just keep track of, like, I have budgets for certain things and I just keep track of it like this, just, you know. So like, oh, I spent like $20 on food, so I subtract that from my overall budget. That's basically how I just keep track of it, instead of just having it in cash, because I don't like walking around with a bunch of cash. It makes me uncomfortable. So then I get to my reflection, where I focus on my biggest win, things that are not currently working, what I learned this month, improvements and adjustments I need to make for the next month, which I left blank because I didn't know, and what I'm grateful for right now. Then also I have my beginning of the month reflection for my tarot card of the month and the end of the month reflection for that card of the month. So I can see how that energy affected me. So there's that. And then I moved on to February. Now February, I actually did mostly February in this guy. This is my buffer planner. The reason why I created this planner is for instances where I do not set this up enough, or in case it bores me or something about my system is irritating me at the moment, so I'm not using it. But I use this mostly because I had not set February up that month, because January, February, it was so busy. So I use this. This is a standard size 10. I have this. I created this, which is a standard size quarterly insert from Anthology Notes. And this one's the vertical. So you have like 3 months of the monthly. So January, February, if I can get here, March, and then you have 3 months of weeklies, verticals, and then in the back you have 3 months of habit tracking, if that's what you so choose. So this is what I use in between this. So in combination with this and this cut down A5 Stalogy notebook, this is pretty much what I used last month. I mean, not last month, in February. Lord, it's April. In February, this is what I used for that. But eventually I did set this up and basically back planned in here using this. I back planned what I could, or what I had to, and finished out the rest of February in this as well. So this month's vibes, like for some reason, I just had Megan Thee Stallion in my head saying, real hot girl shit. Like it was just stuck. And then I saw this picture of DW from Arthur saying, I can't talk right now, I'm doing hot girl shit. So instead of Valentine's vibes, it's hot girl shit vibes. Like that's literally and then I was like, who's the original hot girl? Which is why I put him on here. The original hot girl to me is him from the Powerpuff Girls. So I have him here as well, doing a quote from Megan Thee Stallion. But anyway, some things in which this layout is different than last month's. In February, I start putting things down, like goals, priority, and events. Things that, I want to achieve during February. Things that are a priority to achieve that month. And then, events that are happening. So that way I'm not, trying to sift through my whole overview here. I just have the big, high level events there versus this. So these stickers I made, pretty much all the stickers here I made, so not that big of a deal. As usual, I have my sticky note there, my weekly overview here, and then my dailies. And then I just put, some deco here and there. This is actually from the Honeybee Shop. This is by the same artist that did a lot of the art that I like for this month, and it's Stalogy. She did that one too, and that one, and that one. So yeah, just every day. I think this month it was mostly me going to and from training every day, and driving an hour or so away. And then I took a week off so I can pack my house so I can move. That is probably the smartest decision I think I've ever made in my life, to take off the week of that I'm supposed to be moving. I'd never done that before, and I don't know why I never thought of it before this point, but this was the smartest thing I'd ever done. So during this week, even though I have a whole bunch of stuff to do, a to-do list of things, it's mostly me packing. So instead of me having a whole list of, check off list to-dos and stuff, right? I just spent, most of this is just me journaling. Or this day I had an executive dysfunction day. There was just, I think it was a new book or something that I been wanting to read for like a year, and it came out, and I literally could not do anything like at all, no matter how much was on my to-do list at that time, until I finished reading that book. Like nothing, like I could not, like I wanted to, but I also, my brain's like, nope, you have to finish this first. You need to finish this in order to, you know, move on and do everything else. But, so yeah, so this week I spent most of my time journaling in here. I'm not a really big journaler, but you know, I didn't want it to have it empty. And then that Saturday we moved. And another smart thing that I did that I'd never done before was use movers. Like, I was just, I love how like I get super smart, like, like for my alleged last move, like all of a sudden I'm doing all the smart things I should have did before. But also, I don't think I had the finances to do it before. So I give myself a little grace on that. But moving on. Now we're back to, you know, to-do list central. And then here I added some memories. So some things that I want to remember for the month. Moving somewhere behind that bag of something is my kid. She's like holding this bag full of pillows and you can't even see her. I actually started rewatching House, and I think it's funny, like when you don't watch shows for a really, really long time and then you watch them again, you have a whole new perspective. He was a serious dick, like particularly to Cuddy, but to everybody, but Jesus, like he was a dick. I actually went to, you know, tried to get Beyonce tickets, and I did get Beyonce tickets. So I'm going to go see Beyonce. So I'm pretty excited about that. We tried a new barbecue place. It was fire. This is actually a picture of all my seasonings that I have in a ginormous, one of those huge ginormous IKEA bags. Like I have so many seasonings, and here's the gag. I use them all. Like they're not like not open or I've had them for years. Like typically I use, like I have to replace at least all of them once a year because I use them, and some of them more, because I cycle out of them very fast, and I don't want to get those big, huge, like in like, you know, restaurant size seasonings, because I don't want it to sit there and go bad. Like some people don't acknowledge that seasonings go bad, but they do. So I have all of that, and I thought my daughter thought it was funny. My friend thought it was funny. I did watch the Pamela Anderson documentary. That was kind of sad to watch, to be honest. But kudos to her for pushing on through. And then I bought a curtain to cordon off my where my washer and dryer area is, and it's too short. It floods like Michael Jackson's pants, and I thought that was funny enough to remember. This page I just left blank because, I mean, I couldn't think of anything. I miscounted my sheets, and I think I did it, and I did it again this month. So I have like blank pages. Am I disturbed by it? I don't care. Spending tracker, and then here I put the rest of, I actually printed out all of the sheets that I use from the Budget Mom thing, and I just put them all in there. Again, here's my reflection. Some things I added. Here I have my overall satisfaction, my biggest win. Things I'm currently working on. Things that things that are currently working. Things that aren't working. This is probably the second month I think that I put not staying on budget. I think for January I said the same exact thing. Did I? Yep, I'm blowing my budget. Like every single month I'm saying like I'm not sticking to my budget. Something like something's going on. Here is what I learned this month. Improvements and adjustments to be made next month. What I'm most grateful for, habits I want to nurture the next month, and areas I want to focus on. Again, my beginning of the month reflection for my tarot card of the month, and my end of the month reflection for my tarot card of the month, and then we move on to March. March is a little bit more of a moody vibe, like a book vibe, book, coffee shop. And each of one of my things, I don't know if you noticed, there's either like a song of the month or like an album of the month, and this month it was Massive Attacks Mezzanine. which is probably one of my favorite albums ever. What is falling on here? Again, with my goals, events, and priorities, here's my goal: stay on budget. Again, with the budgeting, like me trying to stay on budget. As you can tell, I didn't check that off. So but I've come to the conclusion that there has to be some, that's my fault. It's not that I'm blowing my budget, it's that I have to reconfigure it, for the simple fact that there are different expenses now than I had before, and some expenses are more expensive than they were before, like last year. Does that make sense? Because Lord knows, grocery shopping makes me really sad. Super sad. So here I am with my March. I think this one I was finishing up at the townhouse that I was renting, and we officially seriously moved in. Also, I took this time this week. The next week, we decided to foster a cat who became a foster fail. I don't know if she really failed, if she got a house, but you know, she lives here now. She lives with us. Her name is Mochi. She was super sweet. She's still super sweet. But now I'm pretty sure she knew the moment we signed those adoption papers, because her true personality came out, and she is pretty spastic. I don't know how else to explain it. She is all over the place. She sings the song over people all the time. And she has like separation anxiety from my daughter. So I can always tell when my daughter goes to the bathroom, because then I hear Mochi meowing all over the place. Like she can't find her, but she knows she's in the bathroom. It's a mess. She's a mess. But I'm glad that she joined our little family. Like I can't imagine it without her. So yeah, more to-dos. There's nothing really like, you know, what is it, eventful happening in my life. It's just everyday life. I did lose one of my earbuds, one of my Beats earbuds, and then I went to try and order another one through Apple, and Apple wanted like $100, and I was just like, I didn't even pay $100 for the set that I have, so no thank you. So I had to find like a reseller to buy one earbud that one of my coworkers accidentally threw away in the trash. But whatever, I got it for $40, and now I can, you know, use my headphones while I'm at work. Just saying, it's important. This week, I actually, this is the week that I actually went and got a Sam's Club membership. I don't know. I guess it's like an adult rite of passage now, to get a Sam's Club membership. And let me tell you, that experience, it was an experience. Like that is for sure. Do I want to experience it again? Well, let me tell you, I think we've been to Sam's Club almost every single week since I got that membership. I don't know why, but there's that. So I use it. And then I remember I bought this croissant bread. They have croissant bread, and my daughter loves croissants, and I thought she would enjoy it. And then I just decided to make croissant French toast with it, and it was delicious. It was fire. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. What is going on this week? Oh, this is the week I had to fix the toilet. I'm not kidding when I tell you, every single time I have a whole list of like fix-its from the original inspection that I want to do. But anytime I want to attack it, I swear to God, every single week something has happened. This week, I had to replace the fill valve in my daughter's toilet. I called it Shitmageddon. Like, that's what happened. I think the week before, this week, I had to get Mochi treated for tapeworms, I think. Because I think that's something they missed when she was in the shelter. This week, what happened this week? I can't even remember. Something else broke. Like, every single week, something big broke. And I can't remember exactly what it was. But, like, every single week, something big broke that I had to fix first. So I have yet to touch my inventory. So, yeah, I had to fix her toilet. I also had to fix the temperature control inside of her shower so she can actually get hot water, not lukewarm water. Like, I was telling my friend, I was like, I didn't know when you buy a home, you are signing yourself up for a 4-year home improvement apprenticeship, like through YouTube University. I was unaware that that was something that, you know, that was a requirement. And I guess right now I'm on the plumbing part because March 1st, my friggin' water heater broke. Like, it wouldn't hold a pilot light. I had to pay $300 for them to fix like a gas valve and something else. And it's you know what, home ownership. It's been fun. I'm telling you, it's been fun. Spending trackers, and then obviously financial stuff, all the budgeting, financial things from the Budget Mom, expense trackers, yada, yada, yada. And then we get to my March reflection, same questions as the month before. My card of the month, beginning of the month reflection, and end of the month reflection. Look, my card of the month last month was actually the Four of Pentacles. Typically, the Four of Pentacles has to do with, you know, Pentacles deals with, you know, things are bound in earth. So typically, Four of Pentacles reversed, it means you're either overly spending or you have like some sort of like big expenses, or you're being greedy or stingy with your money. Mine was, it was big expenses, big unexpected expenses, but that's what you have an emergency savings for, so you don't freak out about stuff like that. And then we're moving on to April. So, but that's quarter 2. You don't see that yet. So let's look at my cash and collections. It's grown a little bit since the last time you saw it. Not a whole bunch. Not as much as I thought it would be. But we still have our TBR list. This has grown. I think this is going to probably end up extending over here because, as you can see, I'm running out of space. I'm so used to only having the half year to use for, you know, a quarter. So my TBR list is typically pretty tiny. This one I'm using for like the whole half year from January through June. I did not anticipate that I would need 2 pages. So when it's time for migration, I know that for my TBR list, I'm gonna need it to go across 2 pages. Still have my read tracker. It's not really a tracker. It's just me showing what books that I read each month. So I have that all the way through June. This guy was supposed to help me plan meals, and I'm not even gonna sit there and say it's this spread's fault. It's just the fact that I don't use it. Like, and it's not the spread fault, like, at all. It's mine. It's me not properly planning. Because when it comes to food, I'm gonna try and see if I can figure out a way to reconfigure this to use this properly. But I'm pretty sure I'm not going to use it the way that I planned, where it's just blank and I just want to like put it on these tabs so I can just reuse them. As clever and as smart as that may be, I just haven't used this yet. Bill tracker, still my favorite thing. My 100 envelope challenge. My when did I last? See, it's grown. It's grown quite a bit. So yeah, I need to buy an air filter. I keep forgetting to buy a new air filter for the house. Over here, let me take this out. Over here, I actually created like a little like blueprint type drawing of my house to help me figure out what my house projects are. I have my car log here for maintenance and such. I have my content calendar, or whatever you want to call it. And sometimes I want to get mad about like how I'm slowly progressing when it comes to like subscribers or like Instagram followers or whatever you want to like peeps. And then I look at shit like this and see how often that I post and I don't post. And I'm like, you know what? I can't even be mad. Like, I have no right to be mad at where I'm at if this is the effort that I'm putting in. But this is all the time that I have. Like February, I was moving like all month. Like there's no, like I didn't have time. So it's like, I can't even be mad. I did finally get April, May, and June set up. See that? See that? I'm getting there. I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So close. So close. I hope I can get there by June, but also, again, I need to be a bit more consistent with putting up content, huh? And then this is still my Adulting with Novia, like where I'm supposed to put like ideas and such. So I have a lot of blank space for that. Moving things that I need to buy. And then these are cash sessions. So anything that I have on my mind at any moment in time, or at least on that day, because I date them, I just get it out and get it on paper. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to have a rhyme. It doesn't have a reason. The whole point is to empty out my brain. So that's what those are. A couple cash sessions. And then this one, I tried to do what I call the goal storm cash session, where I'm trying to figure out what I want to set up for my goals. Like, oh, this should have went into the first part, but whatever, who cares? It's paper. Me trying to figure out, and originally I started doing like what all these goal planning systems want you to do. It's like, if your life was perfect, what would your income be? What would your career look like? What would you, like, you know what I mean? Like, what would you have to do to make those things happen? And then after, like, literally, I was done. I was tapped out. Like, I did not have, like, the mental, like, bank and the emotional bank to, like, pour into that, like something like that. It's like, it's a little bit too extra for me right now. I don't have it in me. Like, how about I just focus on what I really need to do? You know what I mean? So more cash session stuff. Here is where I'm trying to plan my home project binder and like trying to figure out my sections, the things that I want in those sections, the things I need to do, stuff like that. This is something that I'm going to show you in the future to help me stay on track for all the things that I need to do to my house. Here is my Q2 capture session, so I can figure out all the things that are happening and that I need to do, that I need to plan for between April, May, and June. So that's what that is. And then here I tried to do some pin swatches because I bought these cute little Uniball 1P pens. I bought these directly from Uniball. This one is in yogurt. It's a 0.5 or 0.5. And then this one is mandarin orange. It looks more terracotta to me, which, you know, I love. And this one is in a 0.38. So here's what I did, because I tested them out. They're cute. But you guys know that, like, my favorite pen of all time is the S-Gel, the Sharpie S-Gel pen. Like, you can't, there's nothing you could say that'll convince me this is not the best pen ever. So I went to see if the actual pen will fit in this barrel, like it, and guess what? It does. It does fit. It totally fits in this barrel. And you wouldn't think so because it's so tiny and cute, but it totally fits. That's an S-Gel in my Uniball one. Woo, let me get it back in here. P, and it's not trimmed. It's not it's not edited in any way. Fits perfectly fine. Works just fine in the Uniball 1P. So I was so excited to see that. So yeah, I did some pin swatches of those. Aren't they the cutest little things? Just look at them. Here, just let me look at you. Look at the scale. So we got the S-Gel, and look at that. It's a baby. It's a baby. It's so cute and chubby like my fingers. I love it. So, okay, let me put the pins away. I'm sounding a little creepy. Here is me trying to figure out how to revamp some bifold doors in my house. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, there's nothing else there. I actually numbered this all the way to the back. I'm only up to 56 pages here. I have like at least 130 more pages, blank pages left to go. I don't even know if I'm gonna fill all that space or not. I'm not really going to stress myself out about it, but I would love to try and see if I can just get almost every single page in this bad boy filled. I would love to see how thick this can get, because look at where we're at already. We're already pretty thick. May's right here in this pink part, so I know that's going to get thicker. But like, this is just 4 months in, so I really, really want to get all of this so it can just get all fluffy and used, and I'm excited. I really am. So as I said, this is just my work planner. It's pretty boring. Still using my Lauren Felt Designs writing pencil board. This month's color for my mild liner is olive. It's, I don't know what this one is. The neutral set. It's part of the 4-piece neutral set. So that's it. That is all. I think that's the whole shebang. This is what my setup looks like. This is what I'm using. This is what's working. I mean, it's very simple, and I enjoy the fact that it is simple. It's to the point. Like, I know I say that a lot, but I think people get carried away with all the stuff, and I'm not knocking you if you love all of the stationery things, because I love all the stationery things. Like, very, very much, I love all the stationery things. But I think I've just gotten to the point in my planning journey where it has to make sense for me to have it. Like, I have to use it. I can't just have something that looks pretty. I need it to look pretty and function in my life at the same time. Like, that's just where I'm at in my thing. So, all right. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment down below, because, you know, I like responding to you guys' questions and such. If you're new here, please go ahead and consider clicking that subscribe button down below and the little bell ringer to be notified when I post new videos in the future. I'm trying to get better about posting, so please do that. Thanks. Also, whether you're new here or not, please go ahead and click that like button down below, that little thumbs up. Is it a thumbs up? It's a thumbs up. It'd be greatly appreciated to help, you know, boost me up for the algorithm so people can see my stuff. All right, until next time, thank you for joining me. Bye.